around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Hey cinematic fanatics, and welcome back to Behind the Reel. Get ready, because 2025 has been a wild ride at the movies. We're talking blockbusters that redefined spectacle, indies that burrowed into our souls, and reboots that, well, actually lived up to the hype. Every year, there are films that stick with us, but 2025? It's been a year of statements. And today, we're not just listing them, we're diving deep. We're going to count down, in ascending order of impact and pure, unadulterated viewer choice, from the highly anticipated to the absolutely legendary, the top films that defined our year. This isn't just about box office numbers. It's about the cultural conversation, the critical darlings, and the films that made us run, not walk, to the nearest cinema. We've got thrillers, sci-fi epics, superhero sagas, and even a horror flick that will genuinely haunt your nightmares. So grab your popcorn, dim the lights, and let's jump into the cinematic whirlwind that was 2025.
It's clobbering time!
That's just in the cartoon. Never
Kicking off our list at number 10, a film that had more weight on its shoulders than the thing's boulders, The Fantastic Four, First Steps. Now, let's be honest, the previous F4 attempts, they've been a mixed bag, to put it mildly. So when Marvel Studios announced their fresh take, the internet collectively held its breath. But First Steps did what many thought impossible. It made the Fantastic Four fantastic again. This wasn't just another superhero origin story. It was a character-driven drama about a family, albeit one that gains cosmic powers. The chemistry between Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby was palpable, giving us a believable love story at its core. And Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch? Pure charisma. What truly elevated it was the balance. It respected the source material, gave us genuinely thrilling cosmic adventure, and finally, showed us a Doctor Doom that felt truly menacing. It's a foundational film, living up to its title, and successfully laying the groundwork for the FF to be the Marvel bedrock they always should have been. A solid start to our countdown, and a triumphant return for Marvel's first family. At number 9, we have a film that reminded us just how terrifying a truly well-crafted horror can be. Danny Boyle's 28 Years Later. It's been decades since the original redefined the zombie genre, or should I say, the infected genre. And the question was, could Boyle and Cillian Murphy capture that lightning in a bottle again? The answer, my friends, is a resounding yes. This wasn't just a cash grab sequel. It was a thoughtful, brutal, and utterly relentless continuation of a story we didn't realize we desperately needed. The found footage, gritty aesthetic is back, but it feels more refined, more visceral. The world is even more overgrown, humanity even more fractured, and the rage virus, well, it's evolved in ways you absolutely do not want to know. What sticks with you isn't just the jump scares, though there are plenty of heart-stopping moments. It's the sheer bleakness, the moral ambiguities, and the constant, gnawing question of what truly defines humanity when everything is lost. Boyle once again proves he's a master of tension and social commentary. This isn't just horror, it's a mirror held up to our darkest fears. A truly unsettling, yet utterly brilliant experience. Sliding into our 8th spot, from the ever-expanding Marvel Cinematic Universe, we have the anti-hero ensemble film, Thunderbolts star. Now, after a few years of varying quality in the MCU, Thunderbolts felt like a much-needed breath of fresh air. It wasn't about saving the universe from a cosmic threat, it was about saving it from themselves. This film took a collection of morally ambiguous, damaged characters, the Winter Soldier, Yelena Belova, US Agent, Taskmaster, Red Guardian, Ghost, and threw them together under the command of Val. The dynamic was electric. It was like the Suicide Squad, but with a heart. A very cynical, jaded heart, but a heart nonetheless. The action sequences were grounded, brutal, and incredibly well choreographed, utilizing each character's unique skill set. But the real magic was in the character development. We saw these villains or anti-heroes grapple with their pasts, question their allegiances, and sometimes even do the right thing for the wrong reasons. It was gritty, funny, and surprisingly poignant. A fantastic MCU entry that proved you don't need a hero
This
to root
could get
for.
messy.
Just an
Nice shot. You thought you were gonna be some great saviors? You can't even save yourself.
Revving into number 7, we have the high-octane spectacle that is F1, the movie. Directed by the visionary Joseph Kosinski, fresh off his triumph with Top Gun, Maverick, expectations were sky high. Could he capture the raw intensity, the glamour, and the sheer danger of Formula One? Absolutely. And then some. This film wasn't just a sports movie, it was an immersive experience. The cinematography was revolutionary, placing us inside the cockpit, feeling every G-force, every near miss, every screech of the tires. You didn't just watch the race, you felt it. Brad Pitt, as the veteran driver coming out of retirement, delivered a performance that was both charismatic and deeply human, anchoring the emotional core amidst the insane speed. But beyond the visceral racing, the film delved into the cutthroat politics, the engineering marvels, and the personal sacrifices behind the spectacle. It educated, it entertained, and it thrilled. Whether you're a die-hard F1 fan or someone who's never watched a race, this movie made you a believer. It's a technical masterpiece and a storytelling triumph that had everyone talking. Prepare to be genuinely unnerved, because at number 6, we have Zach Cregger's follow-up to Barbarian, the genre-bending horror mystery, Weapons. Cregger proved with his last film that he's not afraid to shatter expectations, and with Weapons, he solidified himself as a modern master of dread. This film, it's hard to talk about without giving anything away, and trust me, you want to go in blind. What I can say is that it starts with a seemingly innocuous premise and slowly, meticulously, builds a suffocating atmosphere of psychological terror. It's not about jump scares. It's about a creeping sense of unease that gets under your skin and stays there long after the credits roll. The cast, led by Julia Garner, delivers performances steeped in paranoia and desperation. Cregger masterfully uses misdirection and a fragmented narrative to keep you guessing, constantly shifting your perception of what's real and what's truly terrifying. If you loved the unsettling brilliance of Barbarian, Weapons takes that same daring spirit and pushes it to even darker, more ambitious places. This is a horror film that's designed to make you think and fear. Alright, shifting gears to pure hope and heroism, at number 5, we have James Gunn's monumental reboot, Superman. This wasn't just another superhero movie, it was the foundation of an entire new DC universe, and the weight of that expectation could have crushed it. But Gunn, with his signature blend of heart and humor, delivered. From the first glimpse of David Corenswet in the suit, to the incredible footage we saw, the anticipation was through the roof. And the final product, it's a triumph. This Superman isn't brooding or grim. He's the bright, optimistic beacon of hope that the world desperately needs. The film focused on Clark Kent's journey, his humanity, and his struggle to balance his powers with his profound sense of duty. The action was spectacular, but it was the emotional core that resonated. Rachel Brosnahan's Lois Lane was sharp, witty, and a true partner, not just a damsel. Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor was charismatic and chilling. This movie didn't just give us a new Superman, it gave us a reason to believe in heroes again. It's a film that made us walk out of the cinema feeling genuinely inspired. The DCU truly has a bright future. At number 4, it's the film that consistently defies gravity and logic, giving us cinematic thrills like no other. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Yes, Final Reckoning, which we now know means parts 1 and 2 from the previous movie. Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie have somehow managed to elevate an already stratospheric franchise to even greater heights. This film was the culmination, the ultimate stakes, for Ethan Hunt. And how do you top diving off a cliff on a motorcycle? You somehow find a way to make every subsequent set piece feel even more impossible. The stunts, as always, are practical, jaw-dropping, and make you gasp in the cinema. Tom Cruise, at his age, is doing things that make athletes half his age look lazy. It's a testament to his dedication to cinematic spectacle. But beyond the incredible action, the espionage plot was tighter than ever, the tension palpable, and the emotional resonance for Ethan and his team felt earned over decades. It wasn't just a series of stunts, it was a deeply personal story about sacrifice, loyalty, and the price of saving the world. This is peak action filmmaking, a masterclass in tension, and a truly satisfying, explosive conclusion to a legendary
Deal
saga.
with him. Should he choose to accept?
Coming in at number 3, with a return to form from a directorial master, we have Steven Soderbergh's spy thriller, Black Bag. After his more recent forays into different genres, Soderbergh returned to the taut, intelligent, and stylish thrillers he perfected in the early 2000s. And oh, how we welcomed him back. Black Bag is a masterclass in slow-burn tension, intricate plotting, and understated performances. It's not about explosions, it's about information, manipulation, and the quiet dread of betrayal. The film stars Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett in roles that demand subtle intensity, and they deliver in spades. Every line of dialogue feels loaded, every glance holds a secret. Soderbergh's signature visual style is back. The natural light, the precise framing, the way he lets a scene breathe and build. The film weaves a complex web of espionage and double crosses that keeps you guessing until the very last frame. It's a thinking person's thriller, but one that's incredibly satisfying and stylish. If you've been craving a smart, sophisticated spy film, Black Bag delivers in spades and proves Soderbergh is still at the top of his game. Alright, we're at the penultimate spot, number 2, and this one. This one is a cinematic experience you won't soon forget. Paul Thomas Anderson's epic, One Battle After Another. When PDA drops a new film, it's an event, and this one was hailed as an all-time great action movie and absolutely elite movie making by those lucky enough to see early screenings. Now, action movie from Paul Thomas Anderson might sound unexpected, but this isn't your typical blockbuster. This is a character-driven epic, infused with his signature blend of rich storytelling, complex psychology, and breathtaking cinematography. It's an examination of conflict, not just on a grand scale, but within the human heart. The battles are both literal and metaphorical. The performances, particularly from Leonardo DiCaprio, Regina Hall, Teyana Taylor, are career-defining. They bring a depth and raw vulnerability to characters facing impossible odds. Anderson's direction is masterful, building an incredible world that feels both fantastical and deeply real. It's a film that challenges you, moves you, and leaves you thinking about it for weeks. One Battle After Another isn't just a great film. It's a profound piece of art that pushes the boundaries of cinematic storytelling. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The film that captivated audiences, stunned critics, and became the undeniable viewer choice of 2025. Our number 1 spot goes to the absolutely electrifying, genre-redefining Vampire Slayer epic. Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan Sinners. From the moment it was announced, with Coogler at the helm and Jordan leading a cast that was clearly at the top of their game, Sinners had buzz. But no one, and I mean no one, was prepared for the sheer cinematic brilliance that unfolded on screen. This wasn't just a vampire movie. It was a mythology-building, action-packed, emotionally resonant saga that felt both fresh and timeless. Coogler took the classic vampire lore and infused it with his unique storytelling vision, creating a world that was rich, dangerous, and utterly compelling. Michael B. Jordan as an identical twin, Stack and Smoke, the tormented vampire hunter, gave a performance that was raw, powerful, and deeply sympathetic. The action sequences? Forget about it. They were choreographed with a balletic grace and brutal efficiency that made every single fight scene a work of art. But Sinners was more than just incredible action. It explored themes of redemption, legacy, faith, and the blurred lines between good and evil. It had heart, it had brains, and it had more style than 10 other films combined. The supporting cast was phenomenal, the score was iconic, and the world building was so immersive, you just wanted to live in it. This film wasn't just a movie, it was an experience. It set new benchmarks for action, horror, and character drama, earning its place as the undisputed champion of 2025. If you haven't seen Sinners yet, stop watching this video and go experience it now.
One day he's gonna follow you home.
What a journey through the best of 2025. What do you guys think of our list? Did your favorite movie make the cut? Did we miss anything absolutely essential? So now it's your turn. I want to hear from you. That's all for this massive 2025 movie countdown. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give this video a huge thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and lets us know you want more content like this. And if you're new here, don't be a stranger. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our breakdowns, reviews, and all things cinema. We've got so much more exciting content planned for you. Thank you so much for watching, for sharing your passion for film with us. Until next time, keep watching great movies, keep discussing, and stay cinematic.